got this hair table from West Elm, but the dimensions weren't right and I didn't want to wait for it. So I went to Home Depot and I bought 4 of these dowels. They were $9 a piece. Then I got a highlighter and my miter saw and I cut some legs. Once I had the legs, I used a seltzer bottle to make the perfect circle that I wanted. And after that, I used some painter's tape to hold it together so that the shape would be maintained while I was gluing. And to stick it all together, I just grabbed my hot glue gun and I used Gorilla Glue hot glue to stick all the poles together. It actually worked beautifully. Then I took this round top that I also got from Home Depot for $7 and I stuck all the legs down and I grabbed my paint can to weigh it down. And then I spray painted it in matte black. I believe it was Rust-Oleum, but I'm not certain. And that's it. It was only $47 and I ended up styling it with my agave candles. To see where I put this table, make sure to watch my next YouTube video.
I really wanted a custom neon sign, but I wasn't ready to pay hundreds of dollars for it, so I decided to make it myself. I need a stretched canvas, LED wire, and a hot glue gun. I started by writing my text on the canvas. I punched holes so that I can hide parts of the LED wire that I don't want to see. I'm using the hot glue gun to secure the wire on the surface. This whole project only took me an hour and 15 minutes. Don't forget to secure the back, and this is how it turned out.
I've had this mirror tucked away for years, and I've seen a few TikToks that inspired me to spruce it up a bit. The white paneling doesn't really go with my aesthetic, so I decided to try and recreate the famous Anthropologie gold antique mirror. So we're gonna try and make it ourselves. You're going to need Gorilla Glue, painter's tape, 6 clamps, wooden appliques that you can get off of Amazon, and some metallic spray paint. Before you start, clean the mirror thoroughly and be sure to protect the mirror with a large piece of poster board and some painter's tape. Then I just laid out my appliques to determine where I wanted to glue them on. And so it began. I made my measurements for that center piece to make sure it was nice and even. I continued to attach each corner piece and I used those clamps to secure them in place. After 1 hour of letting it dry, I had to go back in and do a little bit of touch-up to remove any glue that was seeping out from the back. After about 2.5 hours of drying time, I went in and spray painted with the gold metallic paint. Once that was dry, I removed the painter's tape, and this is the final result. I love how it turned out. This project is perfect for anyone who wants to make a bold statement and save some money. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and follow.
I wanted to do something special with our wedding vow, so I printed them out in a descriptive font, taped it to the back of a frame, and then traced over it in white Sharpie marker. And it started to turn out so good, but it's not done. I decided to paint the back a purple that was one of our wedding colors so you could see the words a little bit better. And it turned out absolutely beautifully, and yes, I walked down to the song at our ceremony.
Cut your wood at 30-degree angles on both sides with your longest side being 5.5 inches. You will need 6 pieces per shelf, so we made 24 to create 4 shelves. And then stain them. After, we laid out 6 pieces for 1 shelf side by side and taped them together. After you get them taped together, you will stand them up and then apply clear silicone in between each one. Once all the silicone is applied, you'll put them all together and then tape the ends together to make a hexagon. Once they're dry, you can take the tape off.
If you're a renter, this $19 Amazon kitchen hack is going to change your life. These are battery-operated stick-on tap lights that change colors and come with a remote control. For that wow factor, install them easily underneath your kitchen cabinets. Simply wipe the cabinet down and stick. They come with adhesive, so they're very easy to install. And you'll immediately have a modern and upscale look. You can use the remote to change the colors and the effects. You can also tap the lights on and off or change the colors. Shop now with the link in my bio.
So I have this little wall at the top of my stairs that I've never really known what to do with, so I had an idea. Let's do another arch. You guys gave me a ton of feedback on the last video, so I figured I would apply that to the new tutorial and show you the new method. So I'm still using the string method, only this time I'm taping it to the center of the wall, and then I tape off the edges, and I swear I got like 1,000 comments telling me to paint the original color of the wall first so that there's less paint bleeding through. So I did that, and then I'm painting the arch like normal. And I got a lot of comments last time telling me that it looked asymmetrical and wonky, and that's on me. I said the word perfect, and I should not have said that. Obviously, if a human is doing it, it's always gonna be a little bit imperfect. But I obsessed over it a little bit this time, and so my advice is don't obsess, because it's gonna look worse on camera than it does in real life. Like, nobody notices it when they're actually in your house. So anyway, I'm taking off the tape, and the tape trick kind of worked. There's still some spots where it bled through, so I had to touch up the edges anyway. And then I just decorate it and I'm done. So like and follow for more artsy fartsy projects.
Someone tried to insult me by telling me that I was cheap. What they don't understand is I wear that like a badge of honor. especially when it comes to home decor. I'm always looking for ways to add beauty to my home without spending a ton of money. I especially love greenery. I find stuff in my yard or source it from Costco or Trader Joe's.